Welcome to Talking Trash. And you know, for the last several years, we've talked about how we can reduce toxins in our home. And this is one way that we can do that. And it looks like I'm going to make some lunch, doesn't it? Well, I'm not. We're actually going to make natural dyes. And I want to thank Raina for that because it's Raina's idea. This is one way that we can really get those toxins. We don't realize how many toxins come in our products that we buy, no matter from deodorant to hair dye to whatever. Now, this is not for hair dye, this is for clothes dye, but things that we, again, can find in our kitchen or in our backyard. And this is so much fun. I can tell you this morning, I wanted to boil some of this stuff up this morning. My house smells so good. And so I have cranberries here. Guess what color of dye this is going to make? So fun, and it's so pretty when it's done. But it's kind of pretty just like that too, isn't it? Really great. And then I'm thinking that I have some dye, and then I can make a cranberry relish with it too. So how's that for great? That you can use it for a dye and you can use it for a snack. We also have something else here. It's a yellow dye. If you can see that, it's going to be gold to yellowish. If you're really tied into a specific color, it might be a little challenging, but I'm kind of a person that likes to be flexible, and I'm sure as most of you are too. And so the longer that you leave the material or whatever you're dyeing in the coloring, the darker it'll get. So this is going to be gold or yellow and simple spice. So spices you can use for dyes too. I think this is, now I don't cook much, so this is turmeric. Is that how you pronounce that? Turmeric. I'm not sure, but you who use it know how to say it. All right, and this was so fun today. Now, what color is that? You know what? I'm going to pour it in a bowl to show you. Now, believe it or not, this is cabbage cooked down. I think that's so cool. And it's purple in the cabbage, but it comes out blue. Now, this is the dye already. Isn't that cool? It comes out blue. So I'm just going to show you just a really simple way to do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, and I don't have an oven or a stove here. So basically you take your pan, and if you're going to add, this is about 2 cups of cranberries. You're going to take your cranberries, put that in your bowl, and then you're going to just cover your cranberries with water, just so that they're covered. And then simmer it. Simmer it for about an hour, just to cook them down. And as you're cooking them down, smash them so that they're kind of smashed up. Now I'm going to pour these out because I need the bowl. And what you're going to do is once they're cooked down, which is what this is, and it looks like I could get a spoon and just have it for a snack now. Okay, so this is cooked down. We've cooked this for an hour and it's been simmering and simmering, and it looks kind of smooshed, kind of smashed up. Okay, then I'm going to take a strainer, and whether that's a strainer like this one or a strainer like this one, it'll work either way depending on what you're cooking or what you're straining. Okay, I'm just going to take this and put it through the strainer. And what's great about this is that this is your cranberry relish. And this is your dye. Isn't that great? I love that. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take the material, and actually I dyed this one this morning. What you need to do first, now you've got your dye, before you dye this t-shirt, you need to treat it. You need to put in 8 cups of water in a pan, 8 cups of water, and I believe I better double check. It is a 1/2 cup of salt. That's going to be your color fixative. You're going to put the t-shirt in 8 cups of water, 1/2 cup of salt, boil that for about 15 minutes so that it kind of cooks together. And then you want to put the t-shirt in there and boil that for about the same amount of time. You want to get so the color stays as long as it can. So then this has been boiled, and then you're going to stick your t-shirt in the dye. and you're just going to let that sit. And the longer it sits, the more it's going to absorb the color. And then you rinse it out. So I think, isn't that, and you can tie-dye this way with the different colors. So then rinsing, you're going to want to either do it in your sink or over the pan. You're going to rinse the color out, and some of the color does rinse out, and that's, you know, and then you can dry it in the dryer. Again, when you're using this, and it's kind of cool, it's kind of like tie-dyeing. And you can do that with all the colors. Wash it on cold and wash it separately from other clothes. Have fun.